Once upon a time, in a forest, there was this little tiger baby, the baby cub, the tiger cub. He lived amongst a flock of sheep. He ate grass, and he wandered around the sheep. They lived together, they played together, and they slept together. Every time when the tiger tried to say something, all he can come up was a little meow instead of a tiger roar. And one day, through the forest came a large male tiger, and he spotted sheep. Ooh, lunch. So he picked one, and he spotted there's a baby tiger there. So he asked, "What are you doing here?" The baby tiger was so scared, and he reacted, "Bah." This is so wrong. So the large male tiger picked the little tiger up and rushed to a pond nearby and pushed him over and tell him, "Look, see the face? You are a sheep. No, you are not a sheep. You are a tiger. We need to do something here." So the male tiger slayed the sheep and grabbed a big chunk of raw meat and then shoveled into the little tiger's mouth. And little tiger gagged, probably due to the truth. But it went down. And he had some energy comes back. And pretty soon, he has this little bigger tiger's roar. And eventually, he gained the full power of the tiger roar and went off with the male tiger. The end. So, fellow Toastmasters, today we are going to talk about this story. So my first question to you is, how many characters are there in the story? 3. They are big tiger, the sheep, and then little tiger. So 3 of them. What does the little tiger do?
Little tiger eat grass with the sheep.
Very good.
He behaves like a sheep.
He behaves like a sheep because they hang around and he grew up within a sheep. What else?
What else does the little tiger do?
He changes.
It changes because the big one comes up.
Tiger imposes change on him.
Oh, okay. So what does the big tiger do?
Imposes change. He recognizes the little tiger,
Yeah.
and then he devises a plan on how he's going to change him.
By showing his image, right? And telling him the truth. And what did the sheep do?
That became lunch.
Yeah. Provided lunch.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask a little bit deeper question. So what do you think they represent?
The sheep.
People.
People, okay. Yeah?
Knowledge.
New knowledge.
New knowledge. What is new knowledge you mean?
The new knowledge is that the baby tiger is not a sheep. He or she is indeed a tiger. That was new knowledge to the little one.
Yeah. And then the big tiger showed him that.
And big tiger was a mentor.
Okay, you talk about mentor here. And what does big tiger do that shows the quality of the mentor?
Takes him under his wing.
Under his wing?
He caught that little tiger's attention. That's a software describing. He forced him to actually.
So okay.
Realistic self understanding or self knowledge. He shows him what he is, and well, he shows him what he really is because he hasn't seen what he really is.
Excellent. Okay, he showed what he is, and then lots of good points here. Let him realize he's a tiger and give him some training, right? Tiger 101, and then it comes back, bring him back. Okay, so I think I want to sum up the moral of the story. Actually, it's pretty self-evident. The tiger, every one of us are pretty unique. We are good at something, and sometimes we don't realize it. We are tigers live in the sheep. You are a tiger. You are a tiger. But sometimes we don't realize it, and until someone points out, you are good at this. You can do that. and people are very interested. Once you feel your potential, and then you start to explore it, you cannot stop. And amazing things will happen, yes.
Another point that you made, and I think this is probably something you were emphasizing in your story, the tiger took a big hunk of sheep and fed it, almost force-fed it to the little tiger.
Mm-hmm.
We can mentor that way, but also we can plan out and prepare more bite-sized pieces that the little tiger can, and he almost choked on it. So, I mean, that which doesn't kill you strengthens you, but if it kills you, you've lost your mentee.
Yeah. So a different way you can mentor a person, right?
Plan it out so it's bite-sized chunks that you bring them along more slowly, and it's not kill or cure. It's not sink or swim. It's not. Yeah. But you bring them along a little more slowly.
Yeah. To see how a simple story we can talk about a lot of things. I want to give you another story about a person, a man in Toastmasters history. He shared his personal story about mentoring. And he talked about the first time he visited the club. And there's an old member told him, I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. If you want to spend 1 hour a week with us, we will find out together. And as a result, this man joined the Toastmasters member. And if you know this story, he ended up with the Toastmaster 2014, the speaking champion. The manual I use is based on a successful club series, and it's article 2968. And these are downloadable from the website. And when you do this, it can help you to earn credit to ACS ALB. And then there is another downloadable material that's very important. It's 1163, and they have 5 pages, A, B, C, D, E, and it's in the following. Probably we don't have time to do that, but in our handout, the second page is the steps of how to run a mentor program in your club. Talks about with a mentor and a new member, and then what is the guidance and the steps. And the next is the interest survey. So this is very important, the first step. When we start this program, you send this membership survey form to all the members and ask members' interest to be a mentor or to be a mentee. And then it's VP of Education's role to do the matching, assign mentor to mentee and create a connection. Once the connection is established, we will encourage meetings of the mentors and the mentee, and then they can meet at the meeting or outside the meeting. And at the end of the term, it is encouraged every club should allocate some time so we can follow up with their progress, and the mentor and mentee can discuss what they have been discussed and what they go through, and then the achievement, and recognize that. In the mentorship kit, they also have a certificate at the end that we can give to the mentor and mentee. So that's a very brief coverage of that. Do we have any question from the audience? No? I have one take-home message for you. It will be a mentoring program. Is a program that helps you to find the tiger in you through the mentor. And also, we encourage you to find the tigers in others, and we grow together. So are you ready to run the program?